Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with James. I'm your host James. Now if you are new to my channel, please think about subscribing if you like the content. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications to get all my future videos. Give a thumbs up and please leave an awesome comment. Just helps the channel out. Today we are going to be doing a breakfast cheesesteak on the Blackstone Griddle, but you don't need a Blackstone. I know not everybody has a Blackstone, but you can follow the same instructions I'm doing out there and do this in your kitchen on a stovetop, a cast iron, a regular frying skillet, whatever. Everything will be exactly the same, except frying pan's a little smaller than the Blackstone, but you can do the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and show you what we need to make this awesome breakfast cheesesteak. Okay, so this is what you're gonna need for each individual little cheesesteak. All right, so you're gonna need 2 eggs, that's for 1 sandwich. Some red, some green peppers, an onion. You can use any variations of colors of red peppers, any kind of onions. You're gonna need, I'm gonna use Swiss cheese. Also, you can use any kind of cheese that you want. A hoagie, something to put your cheesesteak in. Here I got a New York strip steak. You can use any kind of beef. I've even used London broil, but if you do use a tougher cut of meat, make sure to cut it very, very thin. Actually, I'm gonna do that to this. And last but not least, also it's a breakfast cheesesteak. Come on, you got to have bacon. I got the thick cut bacon and any kind of bacon that you would like to use. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to slice this meat up. Okay, with the meat, get a nice sharp knife. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of meat you're using. We're just gonna cut this super, super thin. So, just as thin as you can get it. And just go ahead and get all your cuts in there. I'm gonna leave this outer fat on. So that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to cut this whole thing up for you, but just small, thin pieces, like that. So anyway, that's how you cut the meat up. So the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and cut the vegetables up. I'm gonna clean this off, finish this, and then we'll bring the vegetables over. All right, got everything cleaned up, and so super easy. So the bell peppers are all, you're just gonna wanna cut them real thin as well. We call this julienne style. But just cut those real thin, just like this. And this is what you want. Real thin pieces of bell pepper, almost as thin as you can get them, really super thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of this stuff up, and then we'll take you to the next step. Alright, veggies are done, meat's done, eggs, cheese, bacon, everything's ready to go. On my cutting board, we're going to take this outside and get this cooked up for you. See you out at the Blackstone. Alright, burner on, burner on. We are going to be cooking on a medium-high heat. Alright, let's go ahead and get our bacon on. I like to throw my bacon on before the griddle gets too hot. And we are only doing 1 sandwich, so I'm only going to do a few pieces of bacon, just to show you, obviously, make as much bacon as you want. Okay, so we've got the bacon perfectly cooked, as you can see, just how I like it anyway. And we're going to, with this, now we're using, this is the 36-inch Blackstone, comes with 4 heat zones. We're using just the 2 heat zones on the far left. The ones on the far right are completely off. I'll show you that here in a minute, but go ahead and take your bacon, set it to the very far right, where it is not hot. Now we're going to go ahead and add our vegetables. Now here you can go in with some salt and pepper or whatever seasonings that you like. I'm just going to use some Montreal steak to season up mine. Incorporate some of that bacon grease in there. Absolutely. Alright, now we don't want to give these too long. We want to just get them so they got a nice burn on them, but we don't want them soft. We want a crunch on them. So these will probably take about 4, maybe 5 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these around for a few minutes. I'll let you know how long it's been, and we'll be right back. Okay, I've been tossing them around for about 5 minutes, and as you can see, they got a nice little char to them, but they're still crunchy. So we're going to go ahead and take these and set them all over the side. Remember, these two burners on the far right are completely off, but it still gets warm over here. So next, what we're going to do is go ahead and throw our meat on. So get some of that grease in there, that bacon grease. Now we're not going to give this long at all, probably like a minute or so. We don't want this completely done. Alright, flip the meat a little bit. Go ahead and season it up with whatever you like. Again, I'm going to use the Montreal steak. Alright, stir it up for about a minute. Okay, it's been about a minute and the meat's not fully cooked, but it's almost done. And that's how you want it. Let me give it a shot here. I won't focus. Oh, there you go. So it's not completely done, but almost all the way done. So thin. Let's go finish and put the cheese on it. Go ahead and set that to the far right. Next, get some of that oil over there. Now let's go ahead and get our eggs on. Alright, so we got our eggs on. Oh, we're going to give this just a couple minutes to cook on this side. We'll flip it, and I'll show you what we'll do next. Okay, they've been cooking for probably about 3 minutes or so. Go ahead and flip them over. Do not break the yolk. As soon as you flip them, go ahead and add cheese to both of them and cover them up and give it probably about 30 seconds and take them off. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. The cheese should and is melted. Now make sure to go ahead and take these off right immediately. Put them on a plate and set them aside. Alright, so next thing, go ahead and grab some of that steak. It wasn't quite fully cooked. Get it right back over here. And some of that. Go ahead and get some cheese on that. Drop the cover again for about 15 seconds or so, and then we'll get it on the bread. Okay, it's been about 20 seconds. Off, everything is nice and melty. Get all that together. We got our bread here. So we get this scooped up. Go ahead and get that. Ooh, get that right in there. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. So we've got that in there. Go ahead and grab some of your onions, bell peppers, throw those in there, and of course we got to have bacon. So we're going to go ahead and throw some bacon strips on top here. Let me get more bacon. Yes, more bacon. Alright, now to top this thing off is those eggs. There's one egg on top. And the second egg on top. And now you didn't want to break the yolk, because what you're going to do is you're going to poke a little hole right in the yolk, and then that yolk is going to start coming out. As you can see, there's yolk there coming out. When you smash this together, it's all going to get yolky and awesome. I want to actually take you inside and give you a taste test so I can actually show you how this works. See you in a minute. Alright guys, so we're finished with the cook, and this is what we ended up with. And at the end, the reason why you want those, you want that yolk. Now you can, if you want to scramble the eggs or whatever, that's fine. But I like the yolk to kind of drip a little bit. So this is what we ended up with. After put it all together and got the yolk right into the cheese, all that stuff, the meat, the bell peppers, the bacon. I guess there's nothing left but to give this thing a shot and see what's going on. Alright, I just had to wipe my face. Saw that the yolk is a game changer. When you smash it together and take a bite and you taste that yolk along with the awesome steak and the bacon and the bell peppers and the seasoning and the cheese, cheese melting everywhere. It's phenomenal. You know, you got to give this a shot. Now remember, if you don't have a Blackstone, you can still do this in your kitchen. No problem at all. But, you know, please leave a comment if you do try this, and, you know, let me know what you think. I can't imagine there's going to be any bad reviews on this thing. I mean, bacon and eggs and steak. I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that's the breakfast cheesesteak. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing if you like the content. Remember to hit that bell for notifications to get all my future videos. Give a thumbs up, leave an awesome comment. And with that being said, well, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this bad boy, and we'll catch you on the next cook. Thanks for watching.